Every year brings headlines and stories we never expected. In the Inland Northwest this year, we had more than our fair share. From the heartbreaking to the terrifying to the simply bizarre. We told a lot of stories this year. These are the top 4 our community will remember most. The 4th biggest story of the year, one will be living well into 2016. It began with a bombshell from Spokane City Hall.
After receiving some concerns over the last several weeks of his management style, it was clear that we needed to move in a direction.
Citing letters of complaint, Mayor David Condon announced what he called the resignation of Spokane Police Chief Frank Straub. Straub, brought in 3 years before to restore public trust, didn't see it quite that way and fired back with the threat of a $4 million lawsuit against the city, leaving us again searching for another chief.
You know, I mean, the question here really is who is going to come into this community and take on a position as police chief with the track record that this city has with its police chiefs.
Now Mayor Condon enters his 2nd term in office with a cloud over his head, searching for a new chief with questions of how he picked Straub in the first place, and facing ethics complaints over other personnel moves within the city relating back to Chief Straub. Our number 3 story of the year sparked a social media sensation, viral videos, even a national debate, ignited by Jeff Humphrey's simple question.
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question.
The non-answer that launched 1,000 memes shot Spokane into the center of the news universe in mid-June. The same day KXLY asked Rachel Dolezal that question, the Coeur d'Alene Press also exposed her secret. A woman who made her living representing herself as a strong black woman, even purporting hate crimes because of her race, grew up white in rural Montana.
So just for the record, Rachel Dolezal is your birth daughter?
That's correct.
To the world, Dolezal became a hashtag, a punchline, but to Spokane, the impact went further. Dolezal was ousted as head of the local chapter of the NAACP. Even more serious, accusations of misconduct in her role on the Spokane Police Ombudsman Commission.
These findings are unacceptable, and the City Council is prepared to take swift action to ensure that the Police Ombudsman Commission can get back to its important work.
While many of you would rather never hear her name again, Dolezal is committed to what she calls her truth, saying the race with which she identifies matters more than the actual color of her skin.
You know, my life has been one of survival, and the decisions that I have made along the way, including my identification, have been to survive and to, carry forward in my journey and life continuum.
The 2 most important stories of the year were matters of life and death and the true power of Mother Nature. First, when fire season came roaring to life in central Washington.
We went up to the lookout up here on Badger Mountain and just watched the view. You know, it looked like the whole side of town was on fire.
The Sleepy Hollow fire came alive on the hills outside Wenatchee. By the time it was over, flames destroyed 29 homes, a precursor of what was to come.
There's a whole beach that was wiped out, must be 10 to 12 homes.
Fires chewed up hillsides, fields, and entire neighborhoods. Chelan, Tenasket, Omak, Riverside, Stevens County, and North Idaho. The Inland Northwest sat socked in by smoke for weeks. Then came August 19th.
There's a fire on Woods Creek.
The wind just shifted again and heading towards Twist.
Outside Twisp, the unthinkable. 4 firefighters tried to outrun the flames closing in on Wood Canyons Road. Their vehicle crashed. They tried to run. Only 1 of the 4 survived.
Just devastating that, they're out there putting their lives on the line so the rest of us can keep our houses. Our houses seem pretty insignificant at that point.
Their hearts heavy, their neighborhoods destroyed. The people of Central Washington resolved to move on.
We came out of last year's fire stronger than we've ever been, and we'll come out of this stronger.
And the most significant story of 2015 still shows its effects on our community. November 17th began with warnings about dangerous winds blowing our way.
We're preparing for the worst, and our community should too.
By the time the sun set, we were in the midst of what became the worst storm in Spokane's recorded history. Trees down, substations destroyed, homes and lives uprooted by the trees that define the Inland Northwest.
She says she heard something fall and then was just kind of blinded by all the insulation and everything just dropping on her.
Hundreds of thousands sat in the dark, some through the Thanksgiving holiday. 2 people died, hit by fallen trees. And countless Spokane families likely won't return to their homes until well into the new year.
We're calling it the chalet, so we say we're wintering at the chalet. Just trying to make the best of it.
A storm that changed families and brought our community together like never before.
We need Spokane, we need the Inland Northwest to be inland strong.
And a year that brought stories and events we'll never forget. I'm Melissa Luck, KXLY4 News.